Whew. On today's broadcast, Brian Shenson updates Schwab's technology roadmap, Riskalyze raises $20 million in capital, SS&C acquires Salentica, and more. So get ready, FPPad Bits and Bytes begins now. Hey everyone, I'm Bill Winneberg, and thank you for joining me for this week's Advisor Technology News broadcast. Today's episode is brought to you by eMoney Advisor, who just announced their fiduciary framework initiative to help advisors and firms comply with the recent DOL fiduciary rule. The framework weaves DOL-friendly solutions into each stage of the advisor-client lifecycle, like client acknowledgments, event logs, best interest workflows, and more, all within the existing integrated wealth management platform. For more information on fiduciary framework, visit fppad.com/emoneyadvisor. Now, first up, I attended Schwab Impact 2016 in San Diego last week and posted a few videos about Schwab's technology updates, including a detailed discussion with Brian Shenson about the phase-out of Integrated Office, new providers in OpenView Gateway, and the much-anticipated timeline of Portfolio Connect. It's an informative interview, and stick around for the tour of OpenView Market Square, where Brian and I practiced our sprints in the massive exhibit hall. And then on Monday this week, Riskalyze announced that the company secured $20 million in new capital from FTV Capital to fuel its future growth. Here's CEO Aaron Klein on how this additional capital will help Riskalyze execute on its mission.
Our mission every day is making sure that we're empowering those advisors to really build fearless investors, to align the world's investments with each investor's risk number. And for us, finding the right partner to allow us to just continue the incredible growth that we've seen so far was the right move.
Be sure to watch the rest of my complete interviews with Brian Shenson and Aaron Klein that I link to right over here on YouTube and are also included among this week's top stories over at fppad.com/197. Next up is news from SS&C Technologies, which you should recognize as the company that acquired Advent Software for $2.7 billion earlier this year. Last week, SS&C announced that it acquired Salentica, a professional services firm known for customizing Salesforce and Microsoft Dynamics CRM for institutions and large RIAs. Terms of the deal were not disclosed. So this acquisition is important for its vertical integration, as thousands of advisors who already use Advent or Black Diamond for portfolio management today should soon benefit from better integrations of Salesforce and Dynamics CRM, all from the same provider. This also helps SS&C close the gap with competitors like Envestnet Tamarac, who has offered an all-in-one technology solution to advisors for several years. But on the other hand, not all advisors want to be captive to an all-in-one provider and prefer the best-of-breed approach to their technology. So with Salentica now under the ownership of SS&C, we'll have to see how the political aspects of this relationship play out in the near future. Nevertheless, I'm optimistic that SS&C will support Salentica's integrations with a variety of portfolio management providers. But I definitely would proceed with a little more caution if my business used a solution other than Advent and Black Diamond. And finally, I'm wrapping up with two updates involving TD Ameritrade, starting with the announcement of the acquisition of Scottrade for $4 billion, then followed up by the soft launch of Essential Portfolios, the company's own automated investment service for retail investors. First, the Scottrade acquisition is likely to affect advisors with under $10 million in assets under management, as Scottrade has historically been welcoming of advisors with smaller accounts. So over the next year or two, I'd expect smaller advisors to be under pressure to grow their assets under management or find another custodian altogether like Shareholder Service Group, or join a membership group like the XY Planning Network that leverages the size of its network to facilitate business with TD Ameritrade Institutional. Either way, I think it means structural changes are on the horizon for dozens of smaller advisory firms. And the second story is about Essential Portfolios and adds yet another retail automated investment solution to the crowded marketplace. It features a $5,000 account minimum, fees of 30 basis points, and offers just 5 model portfolios, each made up of 5 ETFs, with allocations recommended by Morningstar Investment Management that are automatically rebalanced. Look, clients are getting bombarded with all this marketing about low-cost, automated, intelligent investing services from nearly every provider in the business now. So unless your marketing pockets are as deep as theirs, you're going to have to craft a message that your technology rivals that of the automated services and that you offer advice and services that go way beyond what the low-cost solutions provide. Not only do you have to say it, but you also have to do it. Okay, I used all my time for my soapbox moment instead of highlighting other news from 20 over 10, Money Guide Pro, and LastPass, and more. So head on over to fppad.com/197 to find the links to this week's top stories and more. Remember, Bits and Bytes exists because of the support of our sponsors. So be sure to check out eMoney Advisor's Fiduciary Framework. Learn how you can leverage innovative financial planning software for DOL compliance today by visiting fppad.com/emoneyadvisor. As always, I welcome your questions and your feedback. So please send me a tweet using @BillWinterberg or leave a comment on the FPPad YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Bill Winterberg. See you next time. How this additional capital will help Riskalyze execute on its mission. And QN. I hope the battery didn't run out and that, oh, look at that, still recording. That acquired admin software for $2.7 billion earlier this year. Seriously.